Some people think that you should have been the last governor of the Bank of England. You must be looking on at what Andrew Bailey is doing, not necessarily with gritted teeth, but you must have concerns about the way the Bank of England has conducted itself in recent months.
Well, Liam, it's great to be on the show. Well, it's not just about the people, it's about the process and the policy. The process leaves a lot to be desired. We have groupthink dominating macroeconomic policy making in the UK, both at the Treasury and the Bank of England. But the policy has been completely wrong. Even though this is a supply side shock in some respects, not all of the factors contributing to higher inflation are external to the UK. The Bank of England governor did not reassure the markets or indeed the general public with his comments on Monday when he said he was helpless. But the reality is that the economy needs a tighter monetary and a looser fiscal policy. Now, the challenge with the tighter monetary policy, though, is that two wrongs do not necessarily make a right. It was wrong last year to keep the foot on the monetary accelerator when the economy was clearly recovering and when inflationary pressures were inevitably clearly building. But also, it might be wrong to put the foot too aggressively on the monetary brake at the moment. Clearly, the direction has to be for tighter monetary policy. The speed, the scale, and the sequencing of that has to be influenced by economic conditions. But just to conclude, we're in a cost of living crisis. Inflation is yet to peak, is going to stay elevated. But at the same time, we're now heading for a significant economic slowdown. A technical recession is inevitable in the UK. A full-blown recession is a possibility if the policy response is not appropriate and if policymakers fail to retain the confidence of the general public and the businesses. And with the comments we saw on Monday, policymakers are not maintaining confidence.
So a technical recession, that's 2 consecutive quarters of economic contraction, Jerry is predicting there. Jayne, Almond, let's go to you. Of course, food prices are at the heart of this cost of living squeeze. Ukraine, Russia being major producers of food. You've got other major wheat exporters like India now ceasing to export because they're worried about their own food security. You represent an awful lot of people in the food and drink industry. It's a vast industry here in the UK. What's your sense of where food prices are going, and what are the impacts on your producers as their input costs go up? Are they going to eventually have to pass on those price pressures to consumers so we feel them in the shops?
Thanks, Liam, and it's good to be here with you today, although, as you say, it makes for sobering reading, today's figures of 6.7%. And we're seeing this really hitting UK food and drink manufacturers who, for now, a considerable period of time, have faced increased pressures and increased prices on all sorts of things, from ingredients, raw materials, the cost of packaging, the cost of transporting those goods. There are global factors